Yeah, there we go. Now we're where we need to be. So I don't know if y'all peeped this or heard about this, but researcher Randall Bell found out through his study that if you make your bed each morning, you are 206% more likely to become a millionaire. Say what? Yes. A practice that our parents have been preaching to us, we like the alliteration, since we were kids. Make your bed. Apparently, they weren't just saying it because they don't like to see a room that's unkept. Apparently, there might also be linked to you being wildly successful. Now, obviously, when you hear something like this, you need a bit more context, or maybe it automatically clicks for you and it makes sense. But there's some additional context if you scroll down a bit, and that the additional Twitter context also leads to an article. You can pull up the article. I don't know if we're gonna go over it because it actually goes into like multiple habits that successful people have. But to go back to the thing, just a little blurb, it kind of expounds more upon it. Bed makers, I like that. Bed makers have more productivity, well-being, budgeting skills. A book by Randall claims, but it's not making the bed. It's not making your bed makes you rich. Obviously, it's just a correlation. Other things may influence both habits and wealth. So before you go rush to go make up your bed because you think it's going to make you a millionaire. Obviously, no, it's not the actual bed making aspect of it. It's the mentality and the habits that come with it. So, maybe this like makes 100% sense to you, or maybe you're a bit suspicious. But I would like to know what you guys think. Kind of gauge where y'all are at with this. In hearing this, do y'all think well, first of all, let's start with the basics before we get into any deep dives. Let's find out who we're working with here. Ghosts. Do you or do you not? Do you not? I don't know if that makes sense. Do you make your bed every day?
No.
Okay, nice, honest. Who would lie about that? Ace, what about you? You make your bed every day on the day? Ace.
Yes.
Okay, so we have a everyday bed maker and a. Uh, I'm assuming you make your bed sometime, right, Ghost?
Uh, when I get company,
Jesus,
I don't know.
just
It's always
right.
that's been pointless to me, honestly.
Oh, interesting. Okay, okay. Nice. I like this. Nice dichotomy we got here going on here. Okay. Well, now that we know where everyone stands in the matter, um, okay. So let's get to the crux of it.
Well,
Huh?
do you make your bed every day?
No, I'm actually in the middle. I don't make my bed every day, but I make it, maybe 3 to 4 times out of the week. And also, I guess maybe I'm not necessarily in the middle. I'm probably more to the bed maker side because I never make it in the morning. I usually make it like sometime throughout the day when I'm like,
Mm.
tidying up things. Um, but so I guess we'll start with the bed maker of the group. Um, do you think that that this type of habit does contribute to the mindset of a successful person? Um, what do you think, Ace?
I feel like it's probably a symptom and not a cause. Or
Mm,
yeah, pretty much like it's more like you're more likely to make your bed if you're thinking in a way that's going to lead you to success rather than like getting into the habit of making your bed um contributing to it. Um and yeah, I mean the reason I say that is because as somebody who makes my bed, I don't think of it as something that is contributing to like my success for the day or anything like that, or like starting off the day well. It's almost just something that I do out of habit. I also I don't know if I'm cheating in a way, but I I making my bed is like extremely simple because I only have one uh cover on it, like one comforter. I have a sheet on it, but it's like the stretchy elastic one that just stays on. So
You
all
don't
I do is
necessarily need to know your TLDR, but like, who sleeps with a bunch of sheets on your bed?
I know I used to sleep with like a sheet and the cover, and like you'd have to tuck the sheet in under the mattress,
You
and then like
definitely don't have to tuck. I mean, this is getting into like the hella nuance of it. But are you telling me there's only one layer between you and your mattress?
yeah, yeah, exactly. So it's kind of simple. I'm just saying all that to say it's very simple for me. So it's more something I do out of habit because it's simple versus like this this drive to, I don't know, like start the day right or anything like that.
Right, right. Yeah, I'm trying to recall. Do you recall if you always done this, or is it something
No,
you
no,
adapted
absolutely
late
not.
later? Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's something I started doing.
Okay, okay. Oh, I don't know. Maybe there might just be something there. Although I do so far am aligned with what you're saying. It's probably not. Again, I don't think anybody makes their bed with the mentality, okay, I'm doing this because it helps me be more productive, or it's sets my makes my budgeting skills better. I do think it's just if you are already somebody that's a go getter, likes to have certain things in order and have structure, you're more inclined to do that. But before we get to any more of the stories, what about you, Ghost? Do you think that making your bed um, can contribute to the mindset of a successful person?
Um, I think Ace in that little comment in Twitter touched on it. I think it's more of a causation thing, not a correlation thing. But I do think, well, this isn't exactly a question, but I'll say that this kind of makes me more inclined to want to start making my bed more. Not that I think it'll lead me to being a millionaire, but I do think that there are positives. Making your bed every day does come from a positive mindset, in my opinion, and
Mm,
that you're more structured and uh, schedule oriented and willing to adhere to that on a consistent basis. I think that leads to good habits. So I don't think that like I don't really think there's any basis behind the bed making itself, but the mindset that you need to have to get into that I think is a good one to have. So I don't know, it's a habit that I might start doing just to it doesn't hurt anything and it seems like it I don't know if I'd say it leads into having a more healthy and structured lifestyle, but I think it has if you have the mindset, then I think that's a good start. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Dang. Are you telling me that we might be potentially invoking some level of change on this podcast? I don't believe it. But in a unrelated but somewhat related, I'm actually interested that if these stories were in any way tied to each other, go to the Instagram post. It's very bare bones, but it's very interesting. So, um, apparently, some individuals out there may think there is a link to this, and so much so that they want to put it to the test. Salute to the shade room. The headline is "Make your bed to make a bag." Gotta have a catchy line. A company will pay you to make your bed every day for a month. So some additional info, and again, there's not too much. But a jewelry company of all places is paying someone $1,000 if they can make their bed daily for 30 days. According to Fox News, the company is looking for someone to journal or vlog their making, how making your bed impacts your overall feelings. And they are quoted with saying, "We're excited to hear how this little change can make a big difference in your life." The company wrote in a press release announcing the contest. Sorry, I wish they put the what you call it, um, the name of the organization, but maybe they want us to have some level of anonymity. Um, so I guess it's pretty obvious that everyone here, if they were paid to do it, would do it. Although maybe the vlogging aspect of it would be a little annoying. Um, but do you think? I guess we can do it from reverse. And you kind of already alluded to it, go. So maybe we already have your answer. But if you were to stop making your bed, is do you think that could have impact on your overall feelings, like in your life?
Um, hmm. I mean, it's kind of become like a just a almost like a OCD thing. It's just like something I I feel like I should do in the morning. If I don't do it, like I've kind of tried to not not in any extremely deliberate way, but like say I'm rushing out the house or something, kind of tried to be like, oh, let me just skip this, and I still end up going back to make it. So uh, I but I don't think if I didn't do it, my life would fall apart. It's just
Hmm.
it's really become ingrained in my mind to just do it in the morning because it's simple. It's something you can just do quickly, and at least there's that one thing that's I don't know, taken care of in the morning quickly and easily. So
Yeah, I see what you're saying, and I definitely don't think the cause of changing that would be like your life, falls apart. I mean, it could be like a butterfly effect situation, but I'm just curious to know whether you thought it would have some level of impact in your life or your feelings rather.
mm.
Um, yeah, and I guess like I said, you already kind of mentioned it, but do you think if you started to make your bed every day on the day, that it would change your perspective or your feelings, those?
Um, maybe, probably not.
Nice and pessimistic or realistic, depending on how you look at it. Well, apparently this company thinks it can have some level of change that they're willing to pay somebody. So yeah, this may be something we also have to come back and see. Obviously, again, there's already been some level of study regarding this. If you're interested, you can go check out this. Apparently, it's a book made by the researcher. What's the name? What's the guy? Randall Bell, I believe. So I guess you could do some independent research, or you could just read this article. Go to the article real quick. Ace,
Wait, where's the link?
the article that we pulled up from Twitter,
Oh,
in the little
oh,
tab. Or you could check out this article: Seven Rich Habits of Highly Successful People from a man who studied them for 25 years. Um, I'm pretty sure this article probably outlines not only the making bed aspect, but just other habits apparently that successful people have. And I always have heard that and maybe this is a thing that we've all heard, that successful people um all typically have like very similar traits and very similar mindsets that not only made them successful but keep them successful. So yeah, there might be some information that is worth gleaning from this article or again that book. Um, so yeah, feel free. The article and other um, sites and sources pertaining to this topic will be in the description below if you are interested.
I do have one more related comment here.
Hmm.
One thing I have been thinking about a lot and making steps towards, and I think this is something that um I don't know, like might help my mentality further is like really cleaning my room. So while my bed is made up in a state that I would deem as clean as it could be, there's a lot of stuff that I could get rid of, and a lot more organization that could be um that could help out. So that's something I definitely I don't know. For some reason, that feels like it would have more of an impact than just making my bed. And maybe that's the problem. Like because my room isn't in the state that I think I would deem as actually clean. Um, the bed is just like I don't know. It's it doesn't feel as impactful as it maybe would if my room was clean and my bed was made. So that could be something. But yeah, that's something I'm working towards.
Gotcha. Well, one thing you can never say is that we come on here and cap because y'all be giving them information that most people probably wouldn't divulge. But I will say, I think that does go along with the bed making habit. Just like having keeping things in order, having a routine about things. Like for me, I and within reason, within unless I'm doing something that takes me away from it, I do like do a nice little deep dive cleaning my house every Sunday. So on a weekly basis, just make sure certain things are kept, some things are cleaned or maintained or adjusted or whatever the case may be. So. And I think that's really what the moral of the story is. Again, I think if you do dig inside the mindsets and habits of successful people or wealthy people, I think you find, and there are always going to be outliers, but I think you do find a good amount of routine, even if it's like the time in which they wake up every day and some of the things that they do, whether it's waking up earlier or whatever the case may be. I think you find routine. I think you find structure. I think you find the ability to do something consistently, even when you don't really feel like it. Yeah, I think those those are again indicators of success or wealth or whatever you may be, or whatever you would describe success. But if there's nothing else, we can move on to the next topic.